Hello and welcome to the Cool FM Live Sports Show. My name is Jon Berger. Here with me today is Coach Dennis Baker and Coach Kevin Lassiter, my man on the end. So, it's an exciting day. It's last few days of March. All kinds of great March Madness is going on. I'm telling you, this is one of the more exciting weeks that we've had going on. So, let's get into the seniors helping seniors top plays of the week.
Oh yeah, let's get right into it.
Popcorn ready.
Got some good ones. Starting here with some Gridiron Desert football. Is that the Lions?
That's the Lions.
Sure is.
This is the 14U championship game. That's Kyden Wood making a pass to Gage Chapman for a touchdown.
Nice.
Look at this stolen base here by Buena Baseball.
Aggressive base running from the Colts.
Looking good, looking good.
Hand off,
Oh,
pitch
flea
back.
flicker.
He's got all the time in
That's
the
a
world.
fly.
Oh!
Heck of an acrobatic catch right there for the pick.
That looked like an interception by the Dolphins.
You see
Defensive back.
the tiptoe action to keep his feet in bounds?
Yeah. The most
That thing was on
beautiful.
the line.
Beautiful.
Bisbee. This is baseball action. Bisbee
1-2
versus
RBIs.
Desert Christian. Yeah, that's a 2-run shot.
All right. Back to the Dolphins. Thrown to the right side. Hustling
Oh,
to
that's
the
a
end
long
zone.
touchdown pass.
He
Oh,
had
yeah.
one man to beat, and he did exactly what he had to do. Catch it and keep going.
Put that on a rope.
Great throw. Caught it in stride.
This is Buena Baseball again. Got them bats out.
Look at him hustling around the bases, man. Brings in, is he bringing one run or two?
It's like one, got two in position.
All right. Just before the end of the half.
And
Oh, that's an interception.
That's Wood getting the interception. Jeff got to get out the way. Jeff, get out the way. That was great timing for him to reach
gotta
in
see
there and
that.
close that window.
Look at the feet work by Jeff Davenport here.
Hey, Jeff, you still got some juice in those legs, man.
He was a defensive back, man. He's got that.
Nice stolen bag right there. Oh, the error. Ball goes into the outfield. He's taking off going to third.
That's 2 bases stolen on that.
I love it.
One thing I love about these games,
here.
they run the bases
Get
so
an error.
aggressively. Man.
Oh, for sure.
I
like
going
the
for another one.
view in the background. That's
It's so nice
beautiful.
down there.
It
It
is
really is.
beautiful.
Go down to Bisbee. It's beautiful down there to watch a game. Look at the
This is
quick
the
footwork.
Diving catch.
But he actually dropped that ball.
No.
Are you
Yeah, he
serious?
didn't complete the motion of the catch there. He dove. He like he had it, but as his body hit the ground, he kind of coughed it up.
It's one of those on further review. Did they challenge that? Or
They
what?
did. They did. We don't have video in that. Gridiron definitely.
We didn't want to.
Oh,
Nice
save.
slide. Beat the throw by a mile.
Could have slid into home.
Look at the nice mechanics of that slide right
That's-
there.
my
Somebody's
exact-
done some
He
work.
was showing off.
Yeah.
Got him.
Nice throw. Gun him down.
Okay, shortstop.
On a rope. First baseman stretched out for it. Nice.
Good shot by the cameraman there.
And this is one of our favorite players. This is Josh Gallo. We'll tell you a little bit more about Josh in a second. But nice long touchdown run for Josh and for the 14U Lions at the end of the game. We'll talk more about this one in a little bit.
Big time play. Josh Gallo. Congrats to him and the Avengers.
Yeah, and, you know, all those kids have such a great time out there. You're a part of such a great community of people, that a flag football community, that whole thing that you've got going on over there. It's so much fun to be a part of and watch and just observe. There are big smiles across everybody's faces. I didn't see anybody complaining. It's a great thing out there.
Yeah, we had some more top plays. We actually had a fan send in a video of what they felt like was top play. We looked at it and we felt it was too. This is open for anybody. If you have a son or daughter out here playing and you got the video on your phone, send it in and make it considered for the top plays of the week.
You may make it onto the show.
Here's one. We got a video sent from Jon Garrett, and this is of Buena Baseball versus Cienega.
Yeah.
A great play if you watch his home plate.
Okay, watch the guy at first is also kind of the...
First of all, Garrett with the hit here.
Nice
Gets right by the
shot.
pitcher. He's getting the first. He's got to run in. Watch this play here.
Up and over. Did you see that?
That's nasty.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. That was very nice. So I'm so glad that he sent that to us. But that just shows sometimes fans get the better videos or the better shots because their angles and what they're looking at or what they're paying attention to. If you got a shot like that of something you think was really awesome throughout Cochise County, send it in.
Mayor McCaw, he always gets great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So that was Aaron Cortez with the acrobatics there, jumping over the catcher to be safe at home.
Shout out to Aaron Cortez making a great play. I would say that's probably the play of the week.
I would agree.
You guys agree?
Yeah. That was
Unanimous decision.
cool.
Yes.
Law.
Great job. And as always, our top plays of the week are always brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Seniors Helping Seniors. If you're searching for a like-minded friend to help tackle chores and tasks, or even a companion to join you in hobbies and activities, call Seniors Helping Seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves and show up ready to exceed expectations on a schedule that meets your needs. Or you can make a difference by joining the Seniors Helping Seniors family. Check them out at Southern Arizona, SHS.com, or call 520-487-4246. That's Seniors Helping Seniors. Shout out to them.
Yeah, we love them so much. Next up, Prestige Remodeling game recaps. So let's hop into those. So first up, we've got Buena versus Cienega.
Yeah.
These two teams squared off twice this week, right?
Yep.
So this has been the first matchup.
Oh, I believe this is from the second matchup.
Oh, the second. Okay,
Yeah,
from
'cause the
second.
first
That's
one I
right.
think
First one
was-
was a night game.
Yeah,
Right.
and it was an 8-0 win. We didn't get any video of that except for that great highlight, that fantastic highlight. And then this, you can see that they love the base running here. They've got these kids that are just ready to steal a base.
All the way back to the track. Yeah. And folks, just so you can follow, Buena is in the black jerseys with white pants, and that's Cienega in the dark blue with gray pants.
Correct. Yeah.
That's a nice stretch out there by the first baseman, but I don't know. Did he get the runner?
I believe so.
Hop up the gap.
Cienega, nice.
Nice little relay by Short.
Yeah, but he still gets in there safe. So Buena just
Oh, third
nice.
base couldn't hold on to it.
Nope.
Got the glove down, but like it bounced off the bag a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
That
That's out.
thing is gone.
Yeah, right to the right fielder. Brings in 2 right there.
Well, they brought the bats out.
Just mashing.
Another lifted shot going way back into the outfield.
Yeah, and they
Look
got
at the
some,
running. Beautiful slide right there.
yeah. Kind of wonder if he could have gone home.
I thought about that. I don't know. I think that was a good decision. I mean, I would see a lot of good decisions by the Buena baseball team right there as they win that game. Not only did they win that game, they also won that first matchup versus Cienega earlier in the week. So strong week for Buena baseball, getting to go 2-0 over your crosstown rival Cienega.
So
biggest
8-2 in the first game, 16-4 in the second game.
Thank you for saying that. It was a ridiculous. Coach Tommy is really, really coaching those kids up. I talk to him every probably twice a week at the gym, and we're always talking about how he's developing these kids. And he's like, as much as I want them to be great baseball players, I want these kids to be good men. He's like, I'm trying to teach these kids how to be good adults, and I'm like, oh man.
I love it.
I love that too. That's kind of like you. That's up your alley. All right, next up we got Bisbee versus Desert Christian.
Nice little breeze here today, Todd.
To that beautiful field down there in Bisbee, Arizona.
Yeah.
And that
my
ball,
gosh.
is that gone?
Oh, right up
No,
against
right
the
to the
fence.
warning track.
Almost. It's probably a triple.
Boy,
There goes Encina, and he got it.
they're stealing, and that ball goes high into the outfield.
Score
Drops
off.
it right in the hole, and is he getting a run
He's
in?
holding the third.
Yeah, makes
Long single.
With one out.
He's just being patient, base running to
Shortstop couldn't hold
get
on to that
themselves
one.
in position and still score 2 runs off the next at bat. So
we know that Bisbee's really, really, really good at baseball.
Yeah.
It's just kind of some more proof to keep an eye on.
Cochise County is definitely a hotbed of baseball and softball talent, and
Yeah.
the Pumas are showcasing it right here. Putting on a hitting clinic.
Yeah.
Just shot after shot. It would be so fun to watch these baseball teams kind of mix it up between. I mean, I'm not saying that they
Gets
they
one
would necessarily-
bag, they lose it. I'm taking off going for 3.
Yep. There you
I
go.
think that's Fabian Hernandez.
gosh.
I mean, I know he leads the team in stolen bases, and that kid looked big. So it's hard to see their jersey numbers, but
Easy
nice
work
throw
right there.
Yeah.
So they're 11-3 overall, and they're just shelling teams.
Correct.
Oh gosh.
Right.
So they beat Tombstone 13-6. They beat Desert Christian 14-0. So that was, you just saw that. St. David they beat 6-0. St. David's a good team, but they are 1A. Valley Union they beat 20-3. Are you kidding me? I mean, and then San Simone, before that was 10-0. So that Bisbee baseball team is just making themselves known.
And if you ever watch them, they have long innings. I mean, they may have an inning where the entire batting order may go around once.
Oh,
so.
yeah. I mean, Buena did that same thing in that last game. All right, so let's move into the Dolphins versus Lions at the Gridiron Flag Championship 14U.
So this is the 14U Lions started off with the ball, but the game started off with an interception that put them in a hole real quick. So this is their second offensive possession. That's a great pass right there from Kyden Wood to Jaden Holt. And now the Lions are driving, trying to get a touchdown. Look at the hip action by Gage Chapman. All these guys that I'm naming are all freshman varsity football players at their respective high schools. Chapman again makes it work and gets the ball across the goal line. But here come the Dolphins. On the option play, quarterback running tiptoeing up the sideline.
My hips are sore just watching these kids play, man.
That's a nice throw and some control right there, but they weren't able to score. Now here's the Dolphins again. He lets it go long.
Touch.
Another pass from Wood to Holt.
Remember, these guys are younger than 14, and he's throwing nice touch, good touch. These kids are catching the ball with their hands. So we're seeing some...
Chapman got something special going on with those hips. He keeps avoiding flag pulls, dipping and dropping that hip level.
That kid's been dodging wrenches is what I'm guessing.
He does a lot of training. Last second for that handoff, and he takes it off and gets what he can. Now watch this one. This is like a little flea flicker throw. Wood lets it rip. But look at the defensive back jump up and take that away. This game was a defensive battle. The Dolphins came into this game as the number 1 seed, and they pitched a shutout in the semifinal. Long pass for a touchdown there. But the Dolphins leaned on their defense to get them into the championship. And then there's another touchdown. I think that there's going to be one more that gets scored here. And that's an interception. That's a 2-point conversion. That's an interception. If Wood would have ran this back, it would have been worth 2 points. Thank God Jeff got out the way. Nice footwork here by the quarterback. Almost had it, but at the last second, he dropped that pass.
I did see the ref start saying incomplete.
So, yeah, Dolphins are down. This is near the end of the game. They're trying to drive and maybe tie the score up because they're down late in this game now. And then Kyden Wood throws an interception. Ball intercepted by Thomas McClinton Jr., and that pretty much capped it off for the Dolphins. At this point, the Dolphins are just kind of running out clock. They're trying to, we're down to maybe the last 20 or 30 seconds here. That first down kind of sealed the deal for the Dolphins. They hand the ball off to Big Cameron. Cameron takes a couple more seconds off the clock, and pretty much this game was done. They're just running clock. He's trying to waste some time, and
wouldn't go back too far here.
Yeah, he almost got his flags pointed at the goal line. So this is a very special play right here. This is Josh Gallo. Josh Gallo is a member of the Lions football team. He's also a member of the Avengers organization. We were so lucky to have Josh be a part of our organization this year. That was like an 80-yard touchdown Josh just ran. And it's great to create an atmosphere where people, where it's inclusive. We want everybody to be able to play. And so Josh has been an amazing part of our organization. And I think we'll talk about Josh a little more in a second.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good stuff. And it was just good to see so much going on in Sierra Vista with the flag football. There were so many teams, so many different games going on, so many local kids and so much local talent. Love to see it.
We'll give you guys some more updates from that when we get to our local sports segment.
This week's game recaps are brought to you by Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista. Prestige has pioneered a visionary approach that empowers exceptional service, reinvigorating the fundamental principles of customer-centric service. As a licensed general contractor, including plumbing and electrical, they proudly cater to both commercial and residential needs. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com. All right, let's see what we got for the next games, the other games.
Well, there was some other games. You touched on it a little bit when we were talking about Bisbee and just how hot their baseball team has been.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
There were some inter-county matchups between them. They played Tombstone this week. They also played St. David, won both of those. They also played Desert Christian, which we did show the highlight of. That was their biggest win, 14-0. But the other games against the other teams in the county, Val Union, like you said, 20-3. St. David, a good quality team, 6-1. And then Tombstone is another good quality team and winning that game 13-6. I really just wanted to highlight them and their team.
Yeah.
Not just them. Also, I shout out to Douglas Baseball. They had a good week as well, too. They went 2-0 this week, and they're having a good season. St. David softball also looking really good. But specifically on Benson, I'll talk about, because a lot of these smaller schools, you guys see this, they use a lot of their talent and players from other sports.
That's right.
So these teams are, these players that are playing on the baseball team also play on the football team and the basketball team and whatever else. And I think for what Benson is doing right now with their baseball team, with a lot of the familiar names from their football team, like Jackson Alvarez, who leads the team at the Bisbee. What was I saying? Benson? I meant Bisbee. Bisbee with all.
You can say the same about Benson too, though. Honestly,
Benson too, because you have
Dawson Judd and those guys. That's right.
And all those guys, right? But specifically for Bisbee, Jackson Alvarez, who leads the team in the ERA. I mean, also leads the team in slugging percentage, I believe, too. Like, that seems to make sense. He's like a power guy, power hitter guy. He's also a leader on the football team as well. Cameron Anderson, I think, leads the team in either total hits or total runs. He's also a member of the defensive back of the football team. Tristan Myers, he has the lone home run for the team so far. He's also plays quarterback for Bisbee. So it's good seeing them having so much success. Last season for them, football was a little bit of a disappointment. They were a little bit rebuilding, but they're using these same athletes. They go over to baseball, and they're the hottest team in Cochise County, in my opinion.
13-3. And
you talked about that, right?
Yeah, and one thing I do want to say, they have a rival.
That's right.
They have a rival, and
Wilcox
is 10-4, and that's the only team that in their conference that's beat them.
That's right there with them, right?
They beat them 2-1, and then but then again they lost to Tombstone 3-1. So all these teams are so evenly matched
Think
at
about
baseball.
this, guys. How many times have we seen it so far where our Cochise County teams have 1, 2, maybe 3 losses, but those losses are against each other?
Yes.
You don't come into the county and beat our guys.
No.
They beat up on each other. You know what? I'm going to make a declarative statement. Cochise County is the SEC of high school baseball.
Wow.
Because they beat up on each other, but you can't come in here and beat up on them.
I love that. Oh,
and
wow.
I could see that because, in any given time, you could say one of the state champions or state champion contenders is going to come from Cochise County.
100%.
Well, last year it was Tombstone that was in the state championship. Bisbee was right there as
next to
well. And then, when you go into softball and you got St. David to deal with, you got the Wilcox boys and girls. Yes, I can see that. It's very similar to the SEC where it's a good chance. It may not be the same team every year, but one of these teams is going to be a really good team. Not to mention Buena and Douglas, who are, the larger schools in the county, and they hold their own too.
As well.
Oh my gosh. And then we got ALA.
And all these schools across 4 different classifications: 1A, 2A, 4A, 5A, CAA.
Right. Yeah.
5 different classifications.
We just don't have a 3A is the only one.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
One could dream. Maybe ALA will get to the 3A level one day, right?
I think we skipped 3A. It's like it goes 2A to 4A as far as competitive good teams.
I want 2 4A teams. I want
that would be awesome.
ALA
right?
and Buena to
that would be awesome. A 4A rivalry in town. Oh man,
if the championship would go through.
Yeah,
It'll go through
it's
the
possible.
schools
If
every
both
year.
of them were 4A, it's
that would
definitely
be awesome.
possible. That would
Be fun. All right, so what do we got now?
be. Next, we're gonna go into our Physical Balance Center Player of the Week. Or do we have the Physical Balance Center information?
Yeah, we'll do that
sure.
after we do the after we talk about the player.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought we
got
did
the player
already.
of
We
the
haven't done that.
Yeah, so we got a quick video we want to show you guys. We talk about the player of the week.
It's gonna be spotted at the 5-yard line up here. How much time?
3 seconds?
3 seconds. They got one play. They need a miracle.
Are they able to do like a Music City Miracle, do some backward laterals and
As
things like that?
long as the ball doesn't go forward, they could.
Okay.
It would be interesting to see what they got planned up here. I kind of think I know what they're gonna do, but I'll describe it after it happens.
Barring a defensive penalty, this will be the final play of the game. The Lions start taking off. They run down the field. Did nobody touch him?
So let me explain what's happening here. This is one of our very, very special players. This is Josh. So Josh is a player that he's also a member of the Avengers organization.
Oh, we love the Avengers.
So the Lions used their final play to make sure Josh got a chance to run a play in the championship game.
Aw.
Josh has had several touchdowns this season, but I think that play was kind of an understanding between the coaches.
Well, that was fantastic to see.
Hey, Lions on me, Lions on 3. 1, 2, 3, Lions!
Talk about that very last play that we just saw with having one of the Avengers players take the ball down. Was that something you and the other coach worked out? That was so classy to see. The final play of this championship game being spotlighted on the Avengers program and those amazing athletes.
Yeah, Cam and I talked about it, and we're inclusive. We include everybody, boys, girls, people of all walks of life, and we want to make sure everybody has a chance to have fun.
This award right here is the most special award given in this league, right? This is the Sergeant Marshall L. Edgerton Iron Player Award, right? So let me give you a backstory on Sergeant Edgerton. Let me give you a backstory on Sergeant Edgerton. So Sergeant Edgerton was on my team in Iraq, and as you see, we were on the hunt for Saddam, right? And he got killed by a suicide bomber in Ramadi while we out on a mission. And this guy was not only my best friend, but he was my soldier, right? I trained him, I took him into combat, and he got killed December 11th, 2003. And every year, I always honor him not for the best player in the league or nothing like that, but I honor him by the hardest worker, because this wasn't the biggest guy in the world, right? But he was the hardest worker. He was the toughest. He never let anything overcome him. Sorry, I'm getting choked up. It's like that every year. But at the end of the day, this was my guy. And this is a special award again. And this year's award winner is Josh.
Josh, show the camera that right there.
Hey, Josh. Here's a football also from the Patriots and the Lions. You changed a lot of people's lives coming out here, bud. Great season, guys.
Absolutely amazing to see that.
Come here, Josh.
We just showed you that video, and that player of the week, again, we mentioned his name a couple times earlier. That's Josh Gallo. He's a member of the 14U Gridiron Desert Elite Championship Lions. Josh, again, amazing member of the organization. As you saw in the video, he received a special award from the CEO of the organization. And we just want to thank Josh and his family for giving us the opportunity to host him and have him be a part of us. It was amazing to see how his teammates and the entire organization embraced him. As you can see, Josh was presented with a MVP award and a plaque from his team, as well as a football that was signed by all of his teammates and several of our staff and board members. So again, thanks a lot to Josh. Congratulations to Josh and his family. And we look forward to hosting even more of our players and even more people in the community. Again, we're an all-inclusive organization. I say we because I'm the vice president of the organization, and we're an inclusive organization. We want to give every child that wants to play football a chance to do so. Congratulations to Josh Gallo.
All right, now you need to work on an adult league for guys with really busted up knees.
I'm glad you said that, John.
Do you have a guy in wheelchair league? Because that's what I need.
On May 26th, we're going to begin our summer session, which is 7 versus 7 football. So that's more of a passing style of football. And we are trying to build an adult division. We had an adult tournament right around Christmas time. It was our holiday classic, and we're looking at expanding into adult 7-on-7 football for this summer.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like fun.
For our viewers, you got some knee braces, you got some icy hot, put them on, sign up with us, go to Gridiron Desert Elite Facebook, sign your team up, and come on out and see if you still got it.
Man, 20 years ago, I'd have been a problem out there.
They say if you can't play no more, you coach, and that's what this
none of us are a problem
That's how long
anymore.
ago it was. 20 years ago, and I was pretty good at football, flag football, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I had one or two good games, but
I
it was
watched
a long time ago.
I watched.
I used to say I had a game left in me. I think I got a couple plays left in me at this point. My knee was hurting just from running around trying to not get run over by the 14-year-olds on Friday night.
My leg was just killing me. All right. Well, next up, we got the Vista Pros Heating and Cooling's local sports news.
Well, before we get to that, we want to remind everybody that the Player of the Week was brought to you by Fyzical Balance Center. They're much more than your typical physical therapy clinic. At Fyzical Balance Center, they focus on improving your quality of life using a holistic, whole-body approach to connect your diagnosis with a customized plan of care. Open up by Dr. Tap of Tap into Wellness. Love your life with Dr. Tap at Fyzical Balance Center in Sierra Vista.
And now we're going to get into the Vista Pros Heating and Cooling sports news. I'm sorry for jumping the gun on that. Got too excited.
We love our sponsors so much we want to talk about them all the time.
We love
That's what it is.
Honestly, Physical Balance Center, I think I'm going to need some of that.
Especially if I play in that league.
Good Lord.
We're getting our sponsors business.
Balance. That's right.
You're getting our sponsors so much business by having this adult league.
We want everybody to be safe, but if you're not and you get hurt, call Tap Dr. Tap.
This is the Seniors Helping Seniors League. That's how we're going to do it. Yes. Oh, man. All right, so Monday, we got San Simone and Valley Union softball at 3:45 at San Simone. Wednesday, we've got Wilcox versus Micah Mountain softball at 4 p.m. at Micah Mountain. And then we've got, on Thursday, we've got Buena versus Nogales baseball. Now, that is fun. Nogales is a really, they've won state championships in the last 3 years. So anytime Buena goes down there, they are fun to watch. I mean, they're a 4A, I want to say, or a 3A, but awesome baseball. So that's at 4 p.m. at Buena this time. So Thursday, come on out. It's a local game. And then Friday, Buena versus Catalina Foothills volleyball at 6 p.m. So if you're a volleyball fan, you know, you got something to watch. And we've got only one day of the week that we don't have anything going on. That would be Tuesday. And if you've got something that you want to tell us about that we should be putting on our schedule, that if we missed it, somehow this schedule isn't it, let us know. We'd love to hear. Leave comments in the messages. We check that stuff. Yeah.
We got a couple other things we do want to announce. We showed you video from Gridiron Desert Elite's 14U championship, but we had championship games that took place across all of our age ranges. So we want to announce to you the teams that won championships in their respective categories. The Tiny Tykes category, that's 4 and 5-year-olds. That was the Tiny Tykes Black team. The 6U championship was won by the Raiders, 8U by the Browns, 10U was won by the Seahawks. The 12U Girls Championship was won by the Ravens. The 12U Patriots won the 12U division. And, of course, you saw the Dolphins that won the 14U. Special shout-out to head coach and our league coordinator, Mr. Thomas McClinton, as both teams that he coached, his 8U Browns and his 14U Dolphins, both won championships. So I think from now until next season, we might want to call him Two-Title Thomas because he went out there and got it done. So congratulations to Coach Thomas. And, again, congrats to all the championships won, all the championship teams and coaches for Gridiron over this season.
All right. This week's local sports news is brought to you by Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Just like your favorite teams, they believe in preparation, performance, and showing up for their community. Vista Pros, local, reliable, professional. We love them so much. Next up, we've got the Prestige Remodeling Buzzer Beaters. Here we go. You guys ready to rock and roll?
I am.
Oh, man, these lights are warm. I'm sweating so hard.
Turn the spotlight on and make it hot.
Yeah, cook it. All right, who do you want to go first?
Oh, it's already queued up for
I
Kev.
guess we're going to go.
I like it.
Going down the table. All right, tell me when to start.
All right.
I told you guys, baseball, baseball, baseball. All right. Your Arizona Diamondbacks are gearing up to start their home opener. The first game is going to be tomorrow on the 30th. They have a series they're playing against the Detroit Tigers up at Chase Field. So sneak away from work and go see the baseball game. All right. This season, we got the introduction of these automated strike zones.
I love it.
Where we're going to have the computer checking the umpire's accuracy. Why is this needed? Because just this past week, umpire C.B. Bucknor was challenged 8 times and overturned on 6 of them. So maybe we need to take a second look at these strike zones. What are your thoughts on these robot umpires? Put it in the comments. Lastly, I'm thinking way ahead. I know we just started the season, but the All-Star break is going to be here before we know it. The All-Star game this year is going to be held in Philadelphia, all right, at Citizens Bank Park, and that's going to be on July 14th. So it'd be a nice city to travel to. Go check out the All-Star game. More MLB action coming at you week after week.
All right, my MVP choice. I'm crossing my fingers. It's the big dumper, but he didn't make it last year, and I think Aaron Judge probably. I cross my fingers, but I think it's Aaron Judge if we're looking at MVPs.
I mean, if we're calling it now.
Yeah, I like to call my shot way in advance.
I mean,
I'm not that brave, John.
He's a pretty safe pick. I mean,
It is a safe pick.
I think it's Mariners versus Dodgers in the World Series, and I hate to say it, but I think the Dodgers take it.
I would agree with that.
I mean, you
assessment,
can't.
but let's see.
It's a good chance. It's kind of like saying I'm picking the Thunder and SGA to win the championship.
Hey, call your shot.
It's very possible.
The thing about baseball, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
It sure is.
162 games is a long time to figure things out.
I will say this, or I question this, because in your buzzer beater there, you talked about the robot umpires. At some point, our tech got us with baseball to the point when we don't need umpires.
We're almost there. I mean, as far as
is that a realistic conversation that we want to have?
I think there's certain things that maybe a technology can do, but there are other parts of officiating a ball game that I think you need the human touch for.
I agree with that. I think balls and strikes.
Anytime you put the human touch in, it's human error is gonna, or not just error, but also their influence. Crowd energy, all the different things that go into what makes a ref make a decision at any given time.
Should only be
when we have everything on camera, and we have, as a fan, and I'm a very casual baseball fan.
Sure.
I understand.
I'm right there with you.
So when I'm watching a pitch and I got all the digital stuff from home where I can see where that pitch ended, and I got to wait for the ref or the ump to say that whether that was a strike or ball, it's not necessary. I saw it for myself. The only thing it's going to do, and that thing it does, is make me raise my eyebrow when that looked like a ball and you called it a strike, or it looked like a strike and you called it a ball. It makes me feel like they kind of have too much power and they can be wrong.
Yeah.
When we don't need it anymore. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm a casual baseball fan.
It with you.
So I wanted to hear what more baseball guys think about that.
I'm not the biggest numbers guy, but I did a little research on this today preparing for the show. Okay. And the accuracy rate of the umpires in Major League Baseball for at least the 2025 season, because this one just started, it's too early to get the numbers, is about 92%. So an 8% margin of error, I personally can live with that. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not like if they were 75%, I can see why we want to do something different. I think at this point, it creates the ability to challenge which adds to the drama of a game, which adds to the
Yeah.
excitement of a game. And that's just if you look across the trend in officiating in sports, we challenge in basketball, we review stuff. We've been doing it in football for years, and now we're doing it a lot more in baseball. So I think it's tracking with the trend going across sports. Do I think that humans will be removed from officiating and calling balls and strikes totally? Absolutely not. I don't think that's going to happen.
But
And again, there's so many other things that happen in a baseball game that you need a human to interact with.
My thing is there have been so many egregious mistakes that have affected things that I'm just like, oh man, we look at highlights of just umpires, Angel Hernandez. That guy's if he's at 92%, then
Well, again, that's
bring him
league
back.
average, not necessarily his personal one.
Two things I would say about that. League average is one, and then who's actually doing the report that says they're that accurate. Of course, I feel like that's going to be favorable for them in a sense. And again, I'm not anti-baseball or anti-umpire, but I also feel like not saying no officials, no umpires at all, but the one behind the batter, behind the catcher.
I agree.
To me, I feel like that's just the way it's always been done. So nobody wants to change it. It's not necessary anymore. We can literally have the pitch and then have the AI or whatever machine tell you whether that was a ball or a strike. And then we keep on going to the next pitch and the next pitch. That's just my thought. But I understand. Think about it's become embedded in the game. Think about how many times we've seen managers get into it with the umpires.
Yeah.
We love that kind of. Like it's kind of I don't know about loving it, but I feel like it's kind of like fighting in hockey. We can say we don't like it, but it's so much a part of the game that are they really going to change it? And I feel like every manager on every ball club has gotten in one of those disputes. There's nobody to dispute if we have a machine telling you whether that was a strike or a ball. It is what it is. Just move on to the next pitch. I think it would make the game a little bit more efficient too, but it might be so awkward that the traditional fans aren't going to go for that. You know what I mean?
I think they will.
My source on umpire accuracy it's a third party independent source. It's not Major League Baseball. So I use a site called umpirescorecard.com. And they actually will review a game. They use AI based off of what the actual calls were to kind of score the umpires, and they get an accuracy score, and they post it to like X and other. And they have their own website as well. But yeah, check them out. If it's something you want to look into, check it out, because it shows you. We say this commentary that makes you think the umpires are bad, but I want to say that this shows you actually how good they are. When you got guys getting 99% accuracy and 98%, it shows you how good these guys are. Most of the time, they do get it right.
I agree.
I should put some respect on their name, because if they're major league umpires and officials, they're getting paid
money.
They're getting paid well to do that because of how good their eyes are and how good they are at calling that. So no disrespect to that. I just meant it in the sense of, is it necessary? No. Is it necessary? I don't know. What would the accuracy be on the AI machine that just went off of, here's the strike zone, here's this. If it could be 100%,
it's about 100%. Yeah.
What are we doing here? But anyway, so into my buzzer beater, which has nothing to do with that. But we are in March, at the end of March. So this is the most maddening part of March Madness we're getting into, and it's super good right now because we got Arizona still in the mix. Arizona is Final Four bound. Let's go. Let's talk about it. I've been talking about Arizona basketball a lot, but now it's like there's no avoiding it. We're in the Final Four. First time since 2001, which is kind of surprising to me because we were having a discussion, is Arizona a blue blood? I think of them being, so prestigious. They had to have been to the Final Four since then, but no, it's been since 2001. That's over 20 years since they've been to the Final Four. Yeah. And this is only their fifth time. I would have thought it had been more time. So, then the thought of them being a blue blood started having me think about other things like, okay, how are the blue bloods doing in this? And what is it? What do you have to do to be considered a blue blood? So we talk about traditional winning and stuff like that. So let's just say Arizona is. Who also is a blue blood is Duke. Is anybody just arguing that they're a blue blood? Kansas, I would say, and they went far in the tournament. I know we've talked about UConn and other teams like that being in that conversation. Kentucky in that conversation. So how are the blue bloods doing in this tournament? Do you guys think they're dominant?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
this year they have been.
I think they're going to take it. Like I do consider Arizona a blue blood because they've been So in the Pac-10, they've been dominant, right? So only Washington has been really in the Pac.
I mean, you're talking about Arizona pre-Big 12.
Big 12.
Yeah.
So when they were in the Big 12, they were pretty. Or I'm sorry, when they were in the Pac-12, they were pretty dominant, and they were in the same class with they weren't in the Big 12. Now you can see when they're in the same division who they play and match up against and how good Arizona really is. I think it's a matter of they've always been really good. The Pac-12-10 has always been really, really good at basketball too, and that would bring them down schedule wise and ranking wise. But I think Arizona has just almost always been there in my opinion. So.
I kind of think when we think blue bloods, for me, when I hear that phrase, I'm not this old, but I think about the 1960s, the 1970s, who's been good for that long, right?
Yeah, like UCLA.
And so that's how you get USC, Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina, Michigan.
Yeah.
And I know I'm leaving some teams out, no disrespect to any of those squads. But then I think that in my lifetime, Arizona's been a great basketball team that's had some deep tournament runs, some national championships, Final Four appearances. So I would say
a plethora of NBA players.
Yes, I mean, heck of NBA
So
players. And
many.
then one of the key components, I think, to being a blue blood is you got to have a Hall of Fame coach that's had a distinguished career full of accomplishment.
For sure.
Because if you do these things with 5-10 different coaches, that may hurt you some, right? But if you got a coach whose name is known, who usually that coach's name is on the floor of the court, that means something. So I think Arizona is a blue blood.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Such a good
You
point.
hit it right on the head. I was going to bring that point home after doing my research and looking okay, who are the blue bloods or who is considered, how are they doing in the tournament? And then I started saying what makes this team considered a blue blood and not this one? And most of the time what it comes down to is historical significance and their coach.
Yeah.
Think about it, when the first blue blood that comes to my mind as far as college basketball is Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Well, they had Coach K.
Yep.
Right? You have Arizona, who had Lute Olson.
Yep.
You have these transitional, these,
Indiana.
once in a lifetime type coaches that coach at one school for 20 plus years. And they have
Bill
a
Self
level
with
of
Kansas.
Kansas, another one with Bill Self, exactly. And then, it's not always about a player, because we say North Carolina. Well, North Carolina had Michael Jordan, but they also had Dean Smith.
Yeah, yep.
That's kind of what makes them more of a blue blood, even though North Carolina is a team that they haven't won anything in a while, but people could still consider them a blue blood and stuff like
I
that.
had them ranked super high. They had the most expensive roster. I was like, dude,
That was the other point I was going to bring into this. Is when I asked, how do you feel like the Blue Bloods are doing in this tournament? Well, Duke is doing really good, obviously. Arizona's doing really good.
They're spending on talent, man.
So my question was, when it comes to these coaches, players, everything in the tournament, the teams that are advancing the furthest, is it because of their blue blood or their coaching pedigree, or are they just recruiting or spending on the best players?
Well, I mean, the Boozer twins are pretty dang good, but and
So
you've got a lot of good recruits.
So what I did is I asked, who had the top recruiting classes
Okay.
last year?
Yeah.
Because, a lot of the best players are freshmen. They only stay one and done. So if you ever had the best recruiting classes last year, and we'll see where you are in the tournament this year.
Okay.
Right? Number one recruiting class last year was Duke.
Yeah.
See
Because
where
they had
are.
the Boozer twins. You see where they're number one overall seed in this tournament, regardless of how good Arizona's been, in which Arizona's had a historical season, but still, they're behind Duke in this season.
Yeah.
Arizona was number 2 in with the recruiting class. We know because they got all the
LeBron's kid.
yeah, LeBron's
Koa
kid,
Pete.
Koa Pete, and then of course these blue blood teams also get the best transfers too. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
Sure.
So whenever people are hitting the transfer portal and stuff, Houston Cougars, they just lost before getting into the Elite 8.
Right.
They were number 3. So, and then the number 4 team, Arkansas. Everybody kind of thought it was a surprise that Arkansas made it as far in the tournament as they did. I kind of know about them a little bit before because I'm watching SEC basketball, a lot. And I've seen that kid Darius Acuff Jr. He's the
NBA.
truth.
Yeah.
Right? They were number 4 in the recruiting class. So to me, it looks like, hey, all foolishness to the side, whoever spends the most or has the best recruiting class, you can put yourself in the Final Four, or at least deep into the tournament.
I mean,
at least that's what it looks like.
When you get to this level of sports, coaching can only get you so far.
Yeah.
You got to have talent at some point. When you're talking about elite Division I sports, that's football, basketball, baseball, coaching is going to build a system. Yeah. But if you plug in elite talent into these already established winning systems, that's what separates the great teams from the good teams, right?
You're right. It does take both, because another good example is AJ DeBansa, who was the #1 recruit last year, went to BYU. Mm-hmm. And he's still probably the #1 college player. He's potentially the #1 draft pick. And BYU got beat in the second round of the tournament.
Yeah. And
so it's like not just having the really good player or potentially the best player is no guarantee that you're going to advance in the tournament. You do got to have a system, coaches, and all that kind of stuff too. So,
oh man,
Aaron Patterson was another one to Kansas, who's probably the best player, one of the best players in college basketball. And his team went home.
Illinois was really good too. Holy smokes, man!
I think he's been in like 3 different colleges, but
he's been bouncing around. But man,
he might make it to the NBA.
I think he will.
That last name still holds some weight too,
dude. 6'10", small forward.
We talk about blue blood or not. We asked this pre-show. I'm gonna ask it on the air. I got 2 schools. #1 is Connecticut men's basketball a blue blood?
I think so. Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, and then second one is,
which they might be,
is Purdue a blue blood?
No, not in my opinion. They haven't won a championship.
Is that a requirement?
Yes,
I would think it should be. But I know if you talk to certain people that go to Purdue, they call their gym, like in East Lafayette, they say it's like basketball heaven up there.
I was gonna say that there's a difference between being a basketball school and a blue blood.
Right.
But again, I think the blue blood thing is a little bit overrated, because I guess the first thing I think of when I think of a blue blood is a school that's really, really good, been good for a long time, and they're usually in some place that normally an athlete wouldn't go to.
Oh, like Gonzaga.
Like Duke or Gonzaga, or like in football, Alabama.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Kentucky for basketball, exactly. Like Alabama for football.
Yeah.
Like I used to think this, even for me as an Oklahoma fan, I'm like, how are we getting all these athletes to come to Oklahoma? Mm-hmm. How are you getting so many great football players to go to Alabama? Because you got that blue blood pedigree where people go there. People are going to go. And I think, like Purdue is kind of like that too, in a way. I don't know if they would be considered a blue blood, but I think that when people think of Purdue, they're thinking like, "Hey, that's a good basketball player."
They are, and they've been good for a few years. I mean, that
football team
Eddie was good.
Football, I don't know. Yeah, and it's like how many times do you need to win to get into the conversation of blue blood, or is it out of your you have no chance of being a blue blood if your past isn't prestigious. You know what I mean? Like,
we need to make some metrics. We need to draw up like a checklist.
Iowa State made a good deep run. They were number 2 seed in this playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, in this tournament, number 2 seed. If they were to it's not outside the realm of possibility that a number 2 seed would win the whole thing.
Right.
No, they were really
But
good.
if Iowa State was to win the whole thing, how many would they have to win before they get into the blue blood conversation?
I'd say 3 in a decade.
Yeah.
Win or play for at least 3.
Ooh,
I think.
Win 1, play for 3.
And then you'd have to let some time go by.
Yeah, and be good the entire time
Afterwards, and then people thinking, "Oh yeah, they've been good for a long time."
Maybe you don't play in the championship, but you have like some Sweet 16, Elite 8 runs in there.
Yeah.
Where your name is still in the conversation.
To be relevant for a while, especially for the young people, because that's where they're getting their players from. I think about it like a team that we said has a great pedigree and a great blue blood stories. North Carolina, the Tar Heels, but I don't think young teenagers today, they don't think of North Carolina the way we do.
Yeah, not Michael Jordan and James Worthy and stuff like that.
Even Vince Carter and Antoine Jameson and all that.
I only think of basketball.
Yeah.
I don't think of any other sport first. And I know Bill Belichick coaches football. I think of basketball first.
The only athlete out of that isn't a UNC guy that I think of is Javon Curse. And Javon Curse was a freak.
Football guy, yeah.
Or like Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah,
you know,
like-
Did he go to North
Yeah,
Carolina?
he went to North Carolina.
Shoot, that's right. He's even better. God,
Yeah.
that's
Julius Peppers was a UNC guy, so it's a couple of football splashes in there. But yeah, when I think of
Maybe
when I
I'm
think of
thinking of Peppers.
UNC, when I think of Duke, I think of basketball first.
Of course.
I don't think of any other
Of
sport.
course, but Duke is presently relevant.
Yes.
North Carolina,
Ever since I was a kid.
When was the last NBA product that we've gotten from North Carolina? Remember, it used to
that's a
be
good
Duke,
question.
North Carolina were like neck and neck
And
with
they put
everything.
out great players.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of great players that come from them two programs. And as a person who grew up watching a lot of ACC basketball and is a self-proclaimed Duke hater,
In the 90s, it was
there
all
are a lot of
ACC.
great players that came out of there. Yeah.
Oh man, I used to like watching the UCLA teams though.
Some of the West Coast
O'Bannons.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody getting NIL money, you need to thank Ed O'Bannon. He's
Yes,
the
you
reason
do.
why.
Yeah. All right, it's my turn. Are you
Finally,
ready?
sorry. Did I get that in under a minute?
You got it. Yeah, you
It was
maybe,
overtime.
maybe a couple seconds over, but you're fine. All right. So mine is on the NFL as usual. So the 49ers general manager John Lynch came out yesterday and said there's a theory about all the injuries that have been happening for the 49ers. And it's because they're built right next to a substation, a power substation. So having lived out there for a while, the story was always like the reason why these guys are getting injured and they're sick is because they play under the power lines. They practice in Santa Clara there. So John Lynch went in and said that story. They talked to scientists. It's a nothing burger story. So they can play under the power lines as much as they want. Go ahead, kids. So Myles Garrett updated his contract so he can be traded. So now the only thing keeping him from being traded is the no trade clause. So he can say yes to anything.
He's gone in 2 years.
Yep. Jets GM says no doubt that Geno Smith is quarterback number one. Damar Hamlin, I'm sorry. He, the young man that died on the field and was resuscitated. He was returning to the Bills on a 1-year, $8 million contract. So he was so he's still playing. Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. Is he a first round draft pick? That's a question that I've been thinking about. And then Mahomes is throwing the ball. He's only had surgery like 4 months ago and he's back to throwing. So crossing my fingers.
Good for him. Take your time, Pat. Don't rush it, man. Don't
Yeah,
rush
you got
it.
plenty of time, man.
Don't rush
He
it.
don't even need to come back until like
No.
week
Didn't they, who they
Take a year
signed?
off.
They
He
just
can come
signed
back at week
They
6
signed
of the
Justin
NFL
Fields,
regular
right?
Yeah,
season.
and honestly, that's going to be so much fun. I've always wanted to see, Andy Reid does really well with running quarterbacks. Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick. I mean, a lot of it's like Mahomes is actually a pretty good
He's
scrambler.
mobile too, yeah.
He's like super mobile. So, yeah, that's my NFL stuff. I was just checking in and
Yeah, that's an interesting one about Mahomes getting ready, and you could tell that the organization has already not moved on from him, but already prepared to start the season without him, and that's a good situation for Fields to be in because he's going to be counted on to play probably early on, but it's not a quarterback room where there's going to be a lot of controversy on who's the starter.
the thing is the things that you learn from Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan, you take to every team after that. There's never been a quarterback that's been worse after Andy Reid. Every single one of them have gotten better and gone on to have a better career after. I mean, every one of the backups that you talk about. I mean, they're getting a 3rd round or a 4th round comp pick because of what they did with Gardner Minshew. Because they picked him up, and so the Chiefs know how to deal with corners and quarterbacks.
I think going to Kansas City is a great move for Fields for a lot of reasons. Number one, when a guy like Mahomes goes down and you know you're going to have to go a significant amount of time in the season without him, expectations are low.
Right.
Like, and I know, John, you're a Chiefs fan.
Sure.
Do you expect the Chiefs to go to playoffs next season?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't.
I know.
But if they don't go, it's not going to be like a heartbreaker where you throw the franchise away, right?
Dude,
and so
They might even halfway start tanking and be like, let's just get that.
So that's the funny thing
And
is
so
that
for Fields, he can go there, play decently, and probably earn himself a contract somewhere else. Like, imagine he goes there and he does get them to the playoffs.
yeah.
Could he possibly be a starter somewhere else
100%.
the year after?
That's the goal for the Chiefs is every time they pick a quarterback up, they like to resurrect them. And then what they do is they get comp picks. They play the comp pick game very well. So the comp pick game in the NFL is you can get third, fourth, fifth, or a sixth round draft pick, depending on how your free agent signs with a different team. So like Gardner Minshew signed for $9 million with his new team where he didn't get any money last year from the Chiefs. So they what they do is they try and make the players better, and those players go on and sign big contracts, and the Chiefs or any team gets compensatory picks based on how well their free agents perform for other teams. And I think that's a great thing because it builds incentive to like have a team full of good players, and you're just building these guys, handing them out. You got Watson that goes to the Rams. You got Williams that goes to the Bills. You got McDuffie that goes to the Rams. You got Peterson went to the Rams a few years ago. Like they cycle those guys through.
Well, you have to because in the NFL, there's no way you can keep all of these guys
Can't
because
afford to keep them on.
every
man.
player, the last year is into his contract, he's trying to renew.
Right.
They're all looking at the market and looking at what they're worth and how to extend and all that kind of stuff. So if you're going to lose guys, at least have something to where it's still beneficial for you to promote that player, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
In a way to where they're getting some playing time where other teams are going to see their value.
Yes.
Other teams are going to sign them, and it's not a complete loss to the organization. So, yeah, the NFL's got some things in the pipeline that kind of helps the longevity and kind of the parity of everything. Like,
And think about all the backup quarterbacks that go on to be offensive coordinators. There's like things for guys to do when their careers do different things. So, well, that's about that for the buzzer beaters. I guess we're going to move into the seniors helping seniors sports trivia.
okay, let's get it.
Let's get it on.
Last week we all did pretty good. It was a good week for everybody last week.
Dennis, you missed out.
Man, we had some easy ones.
It gave us a chance to try to catch up to you.
Dang.
How many points is a 3-pointer worth, though? All right.
Don't tell me that was one of the questions.
Oh, boy. No,
It was in the ballpark. It was in that ballpark.
Wow.
All right, let's get those questions rolling. In the NFL, how many yards is the extra point kick in the NFL? Ooh, how many yards? Yeah,
They did just move it.
and they
last
snap it from, oh gosh.
week. So we're going
Okay,
to say,
so this is
how
from-
many yards do they count that as a kick or what yard line they put it on?
How many yards is the kick? That's my guess. So I'm
Well,
guessing.
normally you count the yardage from where the ball got snapped, from the line of scrimmage. I know it goes back further, but I think you count it from the line of scrimmage.
Oh, I think you play from where the kick goes. So I'm guessing.
No, they don't.
What's that?
They go from
where the holder catches it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But that's where it throws me off because I can put it.
I'm gonna say this, but I think I'm off by a little bit. So I remember it changed.
okay, my number is the 13-yard kick. That's what I think it is. Oh, is it 25? Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll go with 13.
I got 30.
I said 30 yards.
33
yards.
Because of
the
See, I knew it was going to be weird like
yeah.
that, bro. I knew it was
All
gonna
right.
be weird like
Well,
that.
Kevin was the closest, so he's the only one that gets a point on that one.
I said 32.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we both said
Oh, so
30.
okay. So 2 points for those guys, not me. Take one off. All right. What do we got next? We got Cody over here just racing through all this stuff. His fingers are bleeding. In the NBA, how many personal fouls does a player get before fouling out in the NBA? Oh, boy. I think we all know this one. Survey says
different.
6.
6 personals.
All right.
5 in high school.
Yeah, in college, it's so much.
6
That's
in
why
the
I
NBA.
think
Why do they give them an extra foul in the NBA?
that's what I'm saying. They shouldn't get it.
Well, they let them travel all over the place, too.
I know
so.
they do all kinds of crazy stuff they shouldn't do. All right, final question. He's just over there. You can hear the buttons. You can't hear this on the audio, but he's just crashing that board. In the Major League Baseball, how many players are in a Major League Baseball starting lineup batting order? All right. Kevin's going to get that one right. I'm guessing Dennis will get that one right.
It's either, I don't know why I'm thinking it's either 9 or 11, right?
Well, I'm going to let you guess.
I'm saying 9, but.
All right.
What you got?
I got 9.
That's what I got.
I got 9.
I sure
it
hope
must be
it's 9.
Oh, man. I don't know why I was thinking 11.
All right. Survey says
players.
9 players. All right. Dennis, you got all the points today.
Well, no, I was a little off on the 30 yards. I knew it
I
was
think you
30.
still get a
but
point for that, though.
We were the closest, right?
I'll take it.
Oh, man.
All right, extra bonus questions. Since we talked
Oh,
about
we got a
batting
bonus
orders.
question.
Do we get a bonus?
This is a Coach Kevin question.
Okay.
What league in MLB forces pitchers to hit?
the AL, right?
So both do now. No, both have the same rules. NL used to, but now they both have designated hitters.
Yeah, pitchers in the National League used to have to bat. The National League did not allow the designated
It
hitter.
was rough.
And then when they started interleague play,
Mm-hmm.
if a National League team played in an American League city,
Yep.
then they could use a designated hitter.
Yep, dude.
To me, that was one of the most awkward rules of baseball.
Stupid. Why does one group have a totally different?
Could you imagine if they said, "Hey, in the NFL, like in the AFC,
No field goals.
quarterbacks have to play safety."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like your quarterback has to kick your field goals
Yeah.
too, right?
No, that's exactly
What?
right.
Can we
Yeah.
have all the rules be the same for everybody in the league?
Designated hitter
Lord.
position gave certain guys, like one of my favorite guys, David Ortiz, is a Hall of Fame ball player.
dude.
You
Edgar
never had to play in the
Martinez.
field. I mean,
I
you
do one
rarely
thing.
had to play in the field.
Well,
one thing.
it definitely changed the game when they did that.
Because you could go get a specialist. Just, hey, man, go hit home runs.
I mean, we only had one Babe Ruth until now. Now we've got Ohtani.
Yeah, Shohei, yeah.
Aaron Judge is not nice. I mean, it's not a
Pretty
walk
good.
in the park either. No.
All right, man. Well, I had a great time today with you guys. Thank you so much. That's it for this week's Cool FM Live Sports Show, brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors with supporting sponsors, Vista Pros, Heating and Cooling, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Physical Balance Center. Keep these folks, make sure you go out and check these people out, and they're supporters of us. Go support them if you can. They support our local athletes, the families. Recommend them to your friends and family. And by the way, recommend us to your friends and family. We want to grow as much as possible. We want that YouTube channel up over to like 5,000. We want as many people on the Facebook as possible. And don't forget to comment. We love our commenters. One other thing, we've got a game. We've got golfing going on Tuesdays. What else do we have going on? I don't know. But check us out. Check out the Facebook page for all the things that are going on for Cool FM. Thank you. My name is Jon Berger again. This is Coach Dennis Baker. We got Kevin Lassiter on the far side, my man over there. And then we got Cody and Dan on the production team. Thank you to them. Anything you guys want to say?
Nah, man, we'll see you next week, man. Next week we'll know who the champion is of the NCAA tournament.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have some results of the games that we're bringing here locally this week. So it's going to be an ongoing thing, man. Every week we're here.
All right.
I'll just say, get out to these parks and go play a little baseball or softball.
I love it.
Take part in
All
America's
right.
pastime.
No, that's right. All right. Have a good evening. God bless.